Welcome, dear listener. I am very glad to have you here today. Together we begin a special journey with one of the greatest books on success ever written, the timeless classic Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Before we dive in, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and give this video a like. Your support helps us continue and share more valuable content with you. This book is not just another motivational guide. It is the result of over 20 years of study and research. Napoleon Hill interviewed more than 500 successful people, business leaders, inventors, entrepreneurs, and public figures. This great mission was inspired by the industrialist Andrew Carnegie. He believed that success has rules and principles, and he wanted Hill to uncover them and make them available to everyone. So what is the real secret of success? Why do some people achieve extraordinary wealth and power, while others remain in average and ordinary conditions? Hill's answer is simple and powerful. It is not luck. It is not inheritance. It is the way of thinking. Every achievement begins with a thought. That thought grows into a desire. The desire becomes a definite plan. The plan transforms into persistent action. And with time, the idea turns into visible reality. The first principle that Hill explains is desire. Not a weak wish, not a simple hope, but a burning passion, a strong fire inside that keeps you moving forward no matter what. It is the starting point of all riches. It is the seed from which success grows. Hill illustrates this truth with the story of Edwin Barnes. Barnes was a poor man with no money and no connections, yet he carried a powerful dream inside him. He wanted to become a business partner of the great inventor Thomas Edison. At first, such a dream seemed foolish. How could a poor and unknown man stand next to Edison? But Barnes refused to see it as impossible. He decided he would make it real. He traveled to New Jersey with almost no money. He went directly to Edison's office and declared with boldness, "I came here to become your partner." Edison admired his courage, but of course he did not make him a partner right away. He gave him a small position in his workshop. Barnes accepted without hesitation. He worked with full energy and absolute faith. In his imagination, he already saw himself as Edison's partner. Months passed, and then Edison created a new machine. Most people did not believe in it. They thought it was useless, but Barnes saw opportunity in this invention. He stepped forward and asked for the chance to sell it. Barnes stood before Edison with determination. He had asked for the chance to sell the new machine. Everyone else ignored it or doubted its value. But Barnes believed it could succeed if presented with passion. Edison agreed to let him try. It was a risky move, but Barnes treated the opportunity as if his entire future depended on it. He poured his energy into understanding the product. He studied every detail. And most importantly, he spoke about it with conviction. When Barnes began to approach customers, he did not just talk about a machine. He shared a vision. He painted pictures of how it could solve problems, how it could save time and effort, how it could make their businesses more productive. People felt the fire in his words, and slowly their doubts began to fade. The sales started to grow, one order after another. Barnes's persistence turned the invention into a commercial success. What others had dismissed as a failure became a profitable product, and the man who once had nothing became Edison's official partner. This partnership changed Barnes's life. He earned wealth. He gained recognition, and he proved that a poor man with a strong desire could stand shoulder to shoulder with one of the greatest inventors in history. Napoleon Hill points to this story as the perfect example of desire in action. Barnes did not have money. He did not have education. He did not have powerful friends. What he had was a burning determination that refused to die. That desire pushed him to act. It carried him through rejection and doubt, and it finally delivered him into success. The lesson is clear. A definite desire backed by persistence is stronger than circumstances. It is the foundation stone upon which riches are built. Hill warns us that many people fail because their wishes are weak. They hope for wealth but do not set clear goals. They want success but stop at the first obstacle. They dream without turning their dreams into definite plans. Desire must be specific. It must be focused and intense. It must be so strong that it dominates your thoughts day and night. Barnes achieved success not because he was lucky, but because he made a clear decision. He chose what he wanted. He committed himself fully, and he never allowed doubt to control his mind. As Hill writes, the starting point of all achievement is desire. Keep this truth always in your mind. If you truly want something and you are willing to pay the price in effort and persistence, you can achieve it. Your thoughts can indeed become reality. The story of Edwin Barnes shows us something deeper than just ambition. It reveals the power of a burning desire. Desire strong enough to push a man with nothing into the office of Thomas Edison, and strong enough to keep him working until opportunity finally opened its doors. Napoleon Hill makes it clear. Weak wishes will not lead you to riches. Ordinary hopes fade away at the first sign of difficulty. But desire mixed with determination becomes an unstoppable force. Think about it. Every invention you see, every fortune ever made, every achievement that changed the world, began as a single thought. Then that thought became a desire so powerful that it demanded action. Barnes did not simply wish to work with Edison. He transformed his wish into a definite goal. He said to himself, "I will become Edison's partner." He did not leave room for maybe or if. His decision was final and absolute. Hill tells us that this kind of decision is the first step to wealth. You must know exactly what you want. It cannot be vague. It cannot be half-hearted. It must be clear, sharp, and definite. Desire is not passive. It is not something you simply feel. It is something you live with. It shapes your actions. It directs your thoughts. It becomes the center of your energy. When desire is strong enough, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You push forward when others quit. You hold on when everyone else lets go. Hill gives us practical advice. If you want wealth, you must fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Not just, "I want to be rich," but a specific figure, a number that gives your goal weight and clarity. Then you must decide what you are willing to give in return. Success does not come from nothing. Every reward has a price. It may be time. It may be effort. It may be sacrifice. But you must be clear about what you are prepared to pay. Next, you create a definite plan. And you begin to act immediately. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Even if your plan is not perfect, action taken with desire is more powerful than waiting for perfection. Finally, Hill urges you to write down your desire. Write the exact amount you want. Write the deadline by which you will achieve it. Write what you are willing to give. Write the plan you will follow. Then repeat it every day. Read it in the morning. Read it at night. Let it sink into your mind until your thoughts are saturated with it. This is how desire transforms from a wish into a command. A command to your subconscious mind. A command to your actions. A command to your destiny. Barnes did not simply daydream about success. He lived inside his dream until it became real. And that is what Hill wants you to understand. Your burning desire is the seed. Your persistence is the water. Your faith is the sunlight. Together they grow into the tree of success. Desire alone is not enough. It is the spark that lights the fire. But to keep the fire burning, you need fuel. That fuel is faith. Napoleon Hill calls faith the element that transforms desire into reality. Without faith, desire remains only a dream. With faith, desire becomes a living force that shapes your actions and guides your future. Faith is not something you wait to feel. It is something you create. You build it through repetition, through belief in your thoughts, through confidence that grows each time you take action. Think about how Barnes acted in Edison's workshop. He did not have proof that he would succeed. He did not know when or how opportunity would appear. But he believed so strongly that he behaved as if success was already his. That faith kept him steady until the chance came. Hill explains that faith works directly with the subconscious mind. The thoughts you repeat over and over. The images you hold in your imagination. The words you speak to yourself every day. These are the tools that plant faith deep inside your mind. If you fill your mind with doubt, you will act with hesitation. If you fill your mind with fear, you will stop at the first obstacle. But if you fill your mind with belief, you will act boldly. You will move forward even when the path is unclear. Faith does not mean ignoring reality. It means choosing to focus on what you want instead of what you fear. It means seeing the goal so clearly that your mind cannot refuse it. Hill recommends the practice of affirmations. He teaches that you should write down your definite desire and repeat it every day with emotion. Say it until your subconscious mind accepts it as truth. When belief and desire join together, they create a power that refuses to be stopped. Remember this. Your subconscious mind does not judge. It accepts whatever you feed into it. If you repeat fear, it will grow. If you repeat faith, it will grow stronger. The choice is always yours. Many of the most successful people in history practiced this principle. They held a vision of their success so clearly that even before it appeared in the physical world, they already believed it in their hearts. Faith is the link between the unseen and the seen, between imagination and reality. It is the bridge that carries your desire into the world of results. So if you want to grow rich, you must learn to build faith. You must speak words of belief. You must act as if success is certain, because the mind that believes in its goal will find a way to reach it. Desire gives you the goal. Faith gives you the courage to chase it. Together they form the foundation upon which all success is built. Faith is the foundation, but how can you build it stronger every day? Napoleon Hill gives us the tool called autosuggestion. It is the art of influencing your subconscious mind with repeated thoughts and affirmations. Your subconscious mind is always listening. It accepts whatever you feed into it. It cannot reject ideas once they are repeated with emotion. So if you speak words of doubt every day, you train yourself to fail. But if you speak words of confidence, you train yourself to succeed. Autosuggestion works like planting seeds. Each time you repeat a thought, it becomes a seed in your mind. The more you repeat it, the deeper the seed goes. And eventually, it grows into action and results. Hill tells us to take our definite desire. Write it clearly. Include the exact amount of wealth we want. Include the time limit we set for ourselves. Include what we are willing to give in return. And the plan we will follow. Then every day in the morning and at night, read these words out loud. Repeat them with full emotion. See the money in your imagination. Feel the success as if it is already real. The more you practice this, the more your subconscious accepts it as fact. This practice is not magic. It is psychology. The subconscious mind controls habits. Habits control actions. And actions create results. By repeating positive commands, you reprogram the patterns of your behavior. Hill warns us that negative autosuggestion is even more common. When you say to yourself, "I cannot do this," when you constantly think, "I am not good enough," you are also practicing autosuggestion. But it is destructive. It builds failure instead of success. That is why you must become the guardian of your thoughts. You must choose carefully what you allow to repeat in your mind. Because repetition shapes belief, and belief shapes destiny. Hill emphasizes that the power of autosuggestion grows with emotion. Cold words spoken without feeling have little effect. But words repeated with burning desire enter deep into the subconscious. They ignite faith, and faith translates into action. Consider how great leaders inspire their followers. They do not just speak facts. They speak with passion. Their words touch the emotions of people. And those emotions drive people to act. In the same way, you must inspire yourself daily. Take a few minutes each morning. Stand with confidence. Repeat your goal. See it in your mind as clearly as possible. Do the same before you sleep. This constant rhythm is the drumbeat that trains your mind to believe. With autosuggestion, you give your subconscious clear instructions. You program it to search for opportunities, to notice ideas, to push you into action when the chance appears. Desire sets the target. Faith gives the courage. Autosuggestion trains the mind to hold that vision every single day. Desire gives you a goal. Faith gives you courage. Autosuggestion programs your mind to believe. But Napoleon Hill reminds us that belief alone is not enough. To achieve wealth, you must also develop specialized knowledge. Knowledge in general is useful, but it is not power until it is organized and applied. Many people read books and collect facts, yet they remain stuck because their knowledge is scattered. It has no plan. It has no direction. Hill explains that wealth comes not from knowledge itself, but from knowledge that is applied to a definite purpose. Specialized knowledge is the tool that shapes desire into action. Think of inventors and entrepreneurs. They rarely succeed because they know everything. They succeed because they focus on one area deeply. They master it. And then they apply that mastery to solve problems and create value. Edison did not know all branches of science, but he understood electricity with precision. Henry Ford did not have advanced schooling, yet he mastered the principles of production and organization. Their specialized knowledge turned ideas into fortunes. Hill tells us an important truth. You do not need to know everything yourself. You can surround yourself with people who hold the knowledge you lack. This is why great leaders build teams. They gather experts. They organize their knowledge toward one clear purpose. And through cooperation, they achieve what one person alone could not. So how do you gain specialized knowledge? First, by study. Choose an area that connects with your desire. Learn about it deeply. Books, courses, practice, and experience all feed your mind. Second, by association. Surround yourself with people who already have the knowledge. Work with them, observe them, ask questions, learn their methods. Third, by practice. Knowledge unused fades away, but knowledge applied grows stronger. Each time you use what you know, you discover more. Each step builds confidence. Hill makes it clear that formal education is not the measure of success. Many wealthy people never finished school, but they all developed some form of specialized knowledge. They knew what they wanted, and they focused their learning to reach that aim. If your desire is wealth, ask yourself what knowledge you must master, what skills the world will pay you for, what problems you can solve better than others. That is where your riches will grow. General knowledge may win debates, but specialized knowledge wins fortunes. The world pays richly for those who can apply focused skill to definite needs. So remember this. Desire gives you the target. Faith makes you believe it. Autosuggestion keeps the vision alive. And specialized knowledge gives you the tools to build it in reality. Specialized knowledge gives you the tools. But tools alone do not build fortunes. There must be a creative spark. Napoleon Hill calls it imagination, the workshop of the mind where ideas are born and shaped into reality. Every great achievement in history started in the human imagination. Airplanes, electricity, automobiles, telephones, and even modern industries all began as pictures in someone's mind before they became real objects in the world. Hill explains that imagination works in two forms. The first is synthetic imagination. This is when you take existing ideas and combine them in new ways. Most business improvements come from synthetic imagination. A person studies what already exists, rearranges it, adds a fresh touch, and creates something useful. The second form is creative imagination. This is when ideas seem to appear from beyond conscious thought. It is the source of inspiration, the sudden flash of genius. It connects the mind with infinite intelligence, and it often comes in moments of deep focus or emotion. Both forms of imagination are valuable. Synthetic imagination builds on the known. Creative imagination opens the door to the unknown. Together they give birth to innovation and progress. Hill reminds us that imagination must be trained like a muscle. Unused it becomes weak. Exercised it grows powerful. The more you practice creating ideas, the more ideas will come to you. He tells us that desire is the raw material of imagination. You take your definite goal, you feed it into your mind every day, and imagination begins to shape plans for achieving it. Sometimes through small adjustments, sometimes through entirely new visions. Consider how Henry Ford imagined a car that ordinary people could afford, or how Edison imagined light filling every home. They did not simply accept the world as it was. They used imagination to see the world as it could be. Then they acted until their vision became real. Hill suggests that you set aside time daily to think creatively. Sit in silence with your desire clearly in mind. Ask yourself what new ways could achieve it. Allow ideas to flow without judgment. Write them down no matter how impossible they seem. Because one idea may contain the seed of your fortune. Imagination connects directly with specialized knowledge. Knowledge gives you the materials. Imagination gives you the design. Knowledge without imagination stays locked in books. Imagination without knowledge stays as a dream. But together they create inventions, businesses, and wealth. So remember, desire sets the goal. Faith makes you believe it. Autosuggestion programs your mind. Specialized knowledge gives you tools. And imagination turns those tools into powerful plans. Imagination gives you the vision. But vision without a plan remains only a dream. Napoleon Hill explains that organized planning is the step where imagination takes shape in the real world. Every person who has achieved great wealth created a definite plan. It might not be perfect at first, but it gives direction. And with persistence, it improves until it works. Hill tells us to transform desire into action through planning. Decide the steps you will take. Decide when you will take them. Begin immediately even if conditions are not ideal. Many people wait for the perfect time. I will start when I have more money. I will act when the situation is easier. But perfect conditions never arrive. Those who succeed start now and adjust along the way. Hill also stresses the value of a mastermind group. No great leader works alone. Gather minds that complement yours and cooperate on one clear goal. Your plan must be flexible. If it fails once, adjust it. If it fails again, change it. Failure is not permanent unless you stop trying. Each setback is feedback. It shows what does not work and guides you toward what will. Remember that persistence is the glue of planning. Without persistence, even the best plan dies quickly. With persistence, even an imperfect plan can be refined into victory. Think again about Barnes. His plan at first was simply to stand before Edison and ask for a chance. It was not detailed or perfect, but it was action. And that first step opened the path to everything that followed. So take your desire. Support it with faith. Repeat it through autosuggestion. Strengthen it with specialized knowledge. Shape it with imagination. Then organize it into a plan of action. This is the cycle Hill teaches. A cycle that turns thought into reality. Now, dear listener, we are closing the first part of this journey through Think and Grow Rich. If you found value here, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and share it with a friend who needs this message. Most importantly, watch part 2 of the book through the link in the video description below. Follow that link to continue the series, so you do not miss the powerful lessons that await. You will also find the playlist for parts 2 to 8 in the description. Save it and return daily for new lessons and tips